So chapter 402, we're now going to bring in the CAD files. If you don't have access to the Pro version, then I've created components that you can drag in if you still have access to the exercise files. And even if you do have the Pro version and you just want to bring in the components, then that's absolutely fine. But I will run through the process of importing. I'm not going to import every single one in. As I said, this is all about speed. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do one or two, and then you can finish off by doing the rest. The next exercise file will be set up ready to go. This is the process. So File, and then Import. And if you've got access to the exercise files, then Chapter 4, Modeling the House. If we bring in the floor plan first, so just select that. Don't double click it, because we just want to highlight it. Make sure it's down here as the floor plan. Under Options, this is the bit we need to make sure we've got. I've created these files in millimeters in AutoCAD. So if you're using centimeters or meters or inches, then make sure the units are millimeters, and SketchUp will do the conversion for you. You don't have to worry about these sorts of things, because for these we're going to use them only as a backdrop, and we'll be modeling sort of over the top of them. So once millimeters is set, you can click OK and then click Import. The files aren't big, so it's quite a quick import. And I've left the SketchUp person in there to make sure that we've got the correct scale. If it's looking that sort of big around here, or if it's looking huge out here somewhere, then we've made a mistake somewhere along the lines. Just make sure that that millimeters bit is selected. Okay, so that's one. It comes in as a component, so that's good. I'll do one more and import, and then we've got a north view, let's say. The options will be set, so we just click Import and close that. Now this is the north view, so I'll click on this, M for move it up into this position. Now this should line up with this elevation, but it's back to front because all the elevations are taken directly from the plane of the building. So we need to spin this round through 90 degrees, and then we're going to rotate this up through 90 degrees that way. But I just want to make sure it's lined up first. So this edge, if we click and drag that across the red axis, finger on the Shift key to lock out, and then we can come down to this corner and snap to that. And then we can come around to this, and we can hover over this bit so we see the crosses, and then click the cross and rotate through 90 degrees. So we've got the plane in one direction. It's not correctly at the right level. I'm going to bring this bottom bit up on the blue axis and line it up with that point there. Okay, so that's the north elevation set. So these windows line through with these. This door lines through with that. We've got high level windows which we can't see, but they're on that elevation there. These windows line through with that. So it all works out. So the other ones are the file import, get the rest of them. So get the east, the west, and the south elevations. Alternatively, if you don't have access to the Pro version, we can go to the Components editor, click on Details, and Open or Create Local Collection, and browse for Chapter 4 Modeling the House. Inside that, Chapter 4 Components, click Select Folder. That's going to bring in all of the components. Okay, so we've got the west view, the south view, the north view, and we've got link views, section link views, which are looking this way as a section cut and looking that way as a section cut. So I'll just bring in the south view. So just click and drag, and we can kind of offer that up roughly. And then this door is this one here. So we'll click on this edge, track along the red axis, and just make sure we line up with the outside corner. And then that should be fine. Another way to orientate these is to choose the Rotate tool. And before we position the pin, if we hit the forward arrow, that will orientate it on the red axis. If we hit the back arrow, that orientates it on the green axis. So the red axis is what we need. Click, left mouse button, then come up vertically, and then you can rotate around through 90 degrees. And again, we've got that positioned. So we just need to know that this is in the right height. So click the Move tool, click on this part, and then just move it up on the blue axis and then come and lock into position like that. Okay, These can be any distance from these edges because of inferencing. I can move them in a bit closer, but that might get a bit cluttered. We won't put the links in just yet, but that's it. Bring the other ones in and orientate them into the right sort of places. I'll have this all set up for us in the next exercise where we can start looking at putting in the bases.